If you have ever stepped onto a construction pure comedy coexist in the most seamless way possible.
Fucking idiot. Motherfucker, here we go!
Everything ordinary tasks and some construction site to provide. For the sake of our school, personalized itself around his schedule. Dusts his hands together. Then tries to pick up a long has different intentions. And rises as well. And swings gently. Very object he is holding.
Careful, don't worry about it.
As he begins to walk, the wind decides and suddenly the entire stack like a deck of cards. Then tries to control him, spinning around but the sheets
Louis Vuitton da?
then nods to himself. While these small events unfold, workers begin arranging the building. Across an open area.
Oh shit.
Oscillates slightly. Maintains perfect balance, but it is as if by mid-morning, conversations flow through the air in fragments. Another talks about a wrestle. A third explains the someone carries the strength of a determined not the likely. His knees bend slightly. But he keeps a straight face. Now let me direct you to start a basic task. He climbs the first few steps with but then, as he reaches he glances down after a brief he chooses option 3. without moving his feet, believing his horse predictable. Hoping the two will magically. Theo then laughs. Create a the beauty of a reactions of the work. They embrace each small accident. Admirable spirit. As I is organized. Oh my God! Steps back to admire his work. The paper glides. Caleb picks it up. He folds the paper, tucks it in.
Your ladder is not straight.
These are only the early hours of the day. Already the sun feels like a stage to respond. As the develops its own I shift my attention. Among them is a even the simplest task. Detective covering it all. Really eager to cooperate with all of them. At first, everything seems the role decides to shift.
Nothing ever goes as planned.
Brief moment, the role obeys. It follows it again. Becomes a gentle dance.
What the fuck?
To maintain a stops cooperating altogether.
Oh no!
As though constantly hands on his hips. The role with a sense of whatever it is, the role must approve. Again with surprising enthusiasm. Negotiation skills and continues. When he finishes, he gives it not far from it. This time, it involves two workers named. These panels are each
Shake it up and drop it.
a bit of catching the breeze. Everything goes smoothly until a small gust passes through the corridor. The panel leans forward, bumping calmly against Mark's shoulder. Mark straightens it, but once he lets go, the panel leans the other way, letting Julian out. Julian steadies it, but then the panel returns to Mark as he their reaction
That's all.
both grab the panel at the same time. As he walks, he focuses intensely on avoiding small errors and uneven ground. His steps become precise, delicate, and overly calculated. The way he navigates the patterns of his exactly as calm as it is across the set, one of the more artistic workers, a man named Samuel, is preparing to open the set to new partners. Samuel treats every brush stroke as if he is creating a masterpiece. He positions his materials neatly, adjusts his steps, and predicts the motion with deliberate intention. His first stroke is smooth across the surface. The second stroke follows with equal precision. Then, as he prepares for the third, a bird passes overhead, casting a brief shadow that startles Samuel ever so slightly.
Yeah, it was actually...
His hand twitches, and instead of painting a straight line, instead of fixing it, he steps back with a look of artistic pride. He nods as if deciding the swirl adds character to the marker. A coworker walks by, looks at the swirl, and asks if it was intentional. Samuel simply says, in a calmest tone, personality. Soon the way workers gather in areas of the site, each taking a moment to the comedic rhythm does not false. One worker opens his eyes, only to discover instead of frustration, he stares
Oh no!
in complete
Oh no!
disbelief, then slowly begins eating anything, except for his fate. Another worker tries to open it to the bag, but can't succeed. He uses every polite method imaginable, twisting gently, adjusting his grip,
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
the colleague opens it with a single effortless motion. The worker stares at him with admiration and confusion, as if witnessing a hidden talent. After lunch, the energy shifts as the worker the next series of scenes begins with a worker named Adrian picks up wooden boxes. The boxes are small. Adrian picks up two, one in each hand. He begins walking across the site with the stride of a man ready to conquer an afternoon of productivity. But halfway through the journey, one box starts to break out. Adrian adjusts slightly, trying to keep both boxes balanced. Then the second box tilts in the opposite direction. Adrian responds with a series of small balancing motions, rolling his elbows outward and walking his concentration intensifies. His steps become remarkably calculated. For a few seconds, but Adrian manages to keep full control and he dusts off his hands, nods with satisfaction, and walks away with the pride of someone who has learned and truly understands. Nearby, another worker feels his checklist self-reliance. He leans one board against the side. His confidence feels like his own plans. It slowly begins moving forward without Felix noticing. Just as it is about to touch the ground, Felix turns around and catches it in a swift motion, almost like an athlete intercepting a pass. He stands still for a moment, impressed by his own reflexes, then glances around to see if anyone noticed his quick save. His coworker across the site catches a and Felix responds with a modest nod, telling him he is absolutely intentional. The afternoon continues with quiet and site appears like a stage where each worker unknowingly plays a role in an ongoing conflict. And so the narration goes on, flowing through cheerful storytelling. The sight becomes a blend of soft chatter, purposeful footsteps, and the sort of unintended comment that emerges naturally whenever people concentrate deeply on simple tasks. Double-checking even the smallest things. Today, his mission is a series of lightweight markers along the street. He places the first marker, steps back a closer to closer, and then adjusts it by a fraction of an inch. Satisfied, he places the second marker, then steps back, analyzing the markers in his inspector. But midway through the structure makes the markers appear slightly truly off the weather conditions. After a minute of contemplation, he decides to notice the difference. Finally steps back and surveys his one of his co-workers walks by, glances at the markers, and says they look excellent. Henry accepts the compliment as though he just finished constructing the entire building. Preparing materials for the next stage of the site. Nolan is known for his passion and the way he approaches tasks as though they are objects. Today he is stacking a set of boards into a neat pile. He picks up each board with care and places it gently onto the stack, aligning the edges perfectly. When he reaches the final edge, he taps the corners lightly to ensure but just as he finishes, lightning stirs the air. Nolan notices the shift. Nolan smiles, as if he said, after adjusting it once more, he places a small object on top to keep it in place, then walks away with a satisfied nod. Two workers, Leonard and Mason, are measuring a section of the site. Leonard stretches the tape measure as he marks the spot. The coordination between them is smooth too enthusiastically. The tape snaps back slightly and surprises both of them. Leonard maintains his composure, but his eyebrows raise just enough for Mason to notice the look expression of surprise. Mason laughs softly, not in a mocking way, but with the quiet amusement the same Leonard unrolls the tape again, this time with a giant Get away! Meanwhile, Elliot is organizing tools on a small table. He arranges them in a row, grouping them by purpose, then adjusts the spacing to create a balanced The tools shift slightly. Elliot looks back with mild disbelief, then carefully repositions the hands again. He steps away slowly this time, watching the tools out of the corner of his eye to ensure instant stability. Satisfied, he has just resolved a difficult situation. Across the site, the sound of light-hearted conversation begins to rise. Two workers discuss a game they watched last night, each reenacting the passionate culinary experts. Two workers relax, sharing stories from earlier days. Despite the labor, the atmosphere is one of shared camaraderie. Who is transporting a small part filled with swivel unpredictably. The bridge begins moving Grant adjusts, hoping to hold the wheel back into alignment. The wheel ceases. Grant adjusts again. This pattern repeats itself as Grant performs a subtle dance with the Eventually, Grant stops, crouches, he stands up again, resumes walking, and this time follows him perfectly, as if acknowledging Grant's gentle yet Workman Owen is in the middle of marking measurements on the board.
bien.
He bends down, draws a line, steps back, checks the Then he reaches for his pencil, only to realize it has somehow rolled a few inches away. He picks it up, draws the next line, the pencil slips out of his fingers and rolls a few inches away. But when he places it on the board momentarily,
Make big boy money. You want to make all that.
surface. Instead of frustration, Owen simply laughs quietly to himself, then places the pencil inside his shirt pocket so it can no longer escape. With this small victory achieved, he continues his work. As the afternoon stretches into later hours, a soft golden light begins to overlay the environment. Shadows lengthen, light flickers gently as it passes through scaffolding, tools, and structures. This natural shift brings out a sense of time. One of the next amusing scenes involves a workman. He is organizing a bundle of cables, moving them carefully. His technique is precise. But then, as he holds the neatly coiled cable, one end slips free. Patrick pauses, examining the slight imperfection as though assessing a puzzle. He slowly recoils the loose section, restores the perfect circle, and then secures it with a bang. He lifts the ancient coil with pride, almost expecting the round. No one sees it. The satisfaction on his face is unmistakable. As I stand there, I see his original sense of appreciation settles over me. The construction site is more than a place for structures and arts. It is a stage filled with countless small moments that reflect the humanity, humor, and spirit of the people working here. Every improvised solution contributes to an unending story that grows richer. And so the day continues, filled with determined and as the continues as effortlessly as ever. I shift my attention toward the Marcus, who is methodically organizing a set of small markers in a crate. Marcus is known for being calm and diligent, often moving with the meticulousness of someone sorting rare collectibles. Today, however, the crate he is working with seems determined to test his patience. Marcus picks up each marker and places it precisely into one of the rival's hands. But as he nears the final row, he realizes that the marker is slightly narrower than the rest. He attempts to slide the marker into it, but the marker leans sideways and slams against the edge instead. Marcus tries adjusting his angle. The marker still refuses to slide. After seconds,
He's a dickhead, yo! He's a dickhead, yo! Two steppers! Oh! Thank you!
the crate remains.
Oh, damn!
He nods.
Raso terra in medio ragazzi, attenzione, lavora i motori, la prende.
He stretches a chalk string across the path, pulling it taut with perfect form. When he snaps it against the ground, the line marks cleanly with a satisfying precision. Encouraged,